Life is a winding road.
Hello, welcome to the restorative movement video. The session today, it's going to be an intense kind of feeling, an intense session. So please, if you feel that your body is not ready for a challenge, you can go back to my last video from last week. This is a very gentle and slow one that it's also we're working on a special part of the mindfulness. So I really recommend you to go to that one. But if you're ready for a challenge in terms of more like a physical challenge, this class is going to be good for you. The material today, we're using a chair. You have to make sure that has no arm resters. Maybe a low stool can help. Also, we're using a block, a yoga block, but if you don't have a yoga block, you can roll a towel that kind of becomes a little bit thick like this, just a full body towel, and that's gonna help, and that's going to do what? Um, that's going to do the work that we need. I'm sorry about that. So let's start just sitting in a very not fancy, nothing complicated, somewhere that you can feel that you are comfortably sitting. We're just going to give ourselves a little check in, a little breath, quiet time, but the longer meditation is going to come at the end. And we're going to be feeling the effects of the physical body intensity. So that is what we're doing right now. You're going to check in with your breath, with your back especially, because we're doing roundings and extensions. I call it rounding and arching, but it's actually called extension, the arch. So we're going to be focusing on the whole spine. And just take your breath through the spine. Today, you are going to feel how, with your inhalation, the energy and the breath makes the spine longer. You can feel how the energy ascends from the bottom of your pelvic floor all the way to your crown. It helps your spine to become longer, with a space in between your vertebrae. And also feel that with your exhalation, you can kind of ground and take the energy from the top to the bottom. You can feel that steadiness, that the energy kind of lands back again to the floor. So you can also sit on a chair or the stool. You can sit on the block, also on the towel, wherever you feel comfortable. And this normal posture allows you to feel that breath. When you inhale, the spine becomes longer and the energy goes all the way up. When you exhale, you can take the energy and the breath back to the pelvic floor. Inhale as you go up and exhale as you go down. One more time in silence. Just noticing the movement of the thoughts as well, the state of your mind, how easy and quiet is, or how worried and with lots of movements concerned is. So just check it. Do not stop on wanting to change that. Do not stop on judging the state of your body or your mind. Because what we're doing is kind of scanning this whole situation, and then we're going to notice again after the physical movement. Now you're going to place your hands in the center of your chest, and please make an intention for this practice. You're going to wrap this whole physical movement with an intention, a purpose. Why are we doing this? What do we want to achieve? What do we want to get? And that kind of wish, it's going to be like an activation of a whole chain of consequences. But let's start sparking this flame, planting this seed. So I really want you to be very thoughtful of what are you planting, what are you starting. And we want to feel that in the body, but especially we want to deliver and to offer that during our day today, if it's possible, during the week, during the whole month and year, forever maybe. Come back again to that intention. I'm doing this, you can maybe say, because I want to achieve peace, calmness, clearness in the mind, or maybe feeling flexibility and comfort in the body. Go ahead and just place that intention, plant that seed. Long, deep breath in. Long, deep breath out. And this is just so important, because just by the fact of planting this seed, of sparking this flame, we can feel a little change. We can feel that something improves now that we have that. And we're going to come to the center, to your heart space, and remember that, because it's very clear. We know what our intentions are. And we can kind of reset, start again, and go on creating consequences, creating actions that have a response, a reaction, that have, and again, another consequence. So that's why I call it like a chain. So we're going to start here from how we feel, what we thought, what we think, excuse me. Breathe in slowly, feel your heart full with air, with energy. And breathe out slowly, having that intention. So you can just rub that intention in your mind, warm it up. It's like we're actually sparking that flame, that little warm and cozy fire. Now that the days are cold, we want to warm ourselves with that intention. So every action, every word, from very small to very huge, that we give and we offer to the world, it's meaningful, has a purpose. And then every little action in our life, from cooking, from walking, from cleaning, from working, from talking, it has an intention as well. So that's why it's very important. Last session we talked about recalling and remembering that. Okay, So let's go to the chair. You're going to be playing a lot with your towel, with your block, in case you're using a towel. And I really recommend you to have it anyways, because I use it a lot for place it underneath my knees. Sorry. Place it underneath my knees, and for some of you that hurts to be here on the floor, so you can put as much cushion as you need. So you're gonna start with elbows over the seat of the chair and the 10 toes really pressing the floor, and we're just gonna go back and forth with our hips here, allowing the arms to be as comfortable as we need and just taking the hip as forward as we need. And we're just going to be starting to lubricate the spine, each vertebra. So it's just hip going to the heels and going forward. We're not feeling that much the extension, but a little bit here, and then the rounding just a little bit, but take the hip forward, really forward. And one last round. All right. And now have your hands over the seat of the chair, really press it. Remember, the chair has to be over your mat so you don't slide in case you're on the floor like this. And we're going to be rounding the spine, like as if you're pushing the chair away from you but doesn't move. Round your spine. So imagine that you're creating lots of space in the little points, in the crest of each of your vertebrae here. They're separating. Now we're going to do the opposite. Inhale. Let's go a little bit into the extension, taking the hip forward and opening the chest here like a little arch. It's just as much as you can. And what we're wanting here is to create this space in between your vertebra, but on the front part of your body, the one that points to your belly. And again, rounding the spine, move your knees to the places that your body is asking you to. And as you inhale, extending. And it can be just a little bit like this, for example. This week, my body is being super stiff. I've been doing poses that I cannot do right now because of the stiffness. So that means that lubrication, just short and small movements like this ones, are just helping to getting again that lubrication, that flexibility. But we cannot go super deep because the body is stiff. So of course we have to do it very progressively. And round, round, round. As you exhale, press the navel in and extend. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Take the hip a little bit forward as you puff your chest up. All right. Inhale here and exhale. We're going to do the same, but with the knees lifted again. Rounding the spine. And this time you're going to take your shoulders over your rest. So you're able to start extending, taking your hip forward with the help of your legs. So you kind of take the extension a little bit lower to the lower back. And inhale, your legs here are really helping. So you're on your tippy toes. Your heels are kind of doing a job of balance. As you exhale, you round. And then as you inhale, shoulders over rest. So you don't push the chair too far. Inhale, extend. We're going to do 2 more of these ones. And exhale as you round into like the cat pose. Inhale as you extend in like a cobra pose. Change the name of the posture if that one doesn't like. Do not stick to the concept. Just change it. Label in a different way. There's many possibilities here. Extend again for the last round. Really exhale and exhale. Feel the belly empty here. It's important to come to the class with the belly, the stomach not working. With very little food, maybe before your breakfast, before your lunch. Inhale. Extend and extend. And maybe here you're really extending the legs. And exhale, we're gonna go into the rounding, but this time we're gonna go into the plank here with the chair. So we're gonna be here for 5 breaths. Inhale, 1. You can start pedaling a little bit the legs in order to stretch the calves, 2. You can come up to the tippy toes and then relax for 3. For 4, keep breathing. Inhale deeply. For 5, very good. So now you're going to step your right foot forward. Very good, into a lunge pose. So now we want to really take the hip as lower as possible from the chair. Take your hands to the hips and start growing and growing and growing your chest. Puffing and expanding chest up. For 3 more breaths. Now rotate your palms to the sides, outwards. Your shoulders rotating outwards as well. Your hips are going down and down, feeling the heat, the spark, the seed. We're applying a little bit of heat. So we feel that transformation, that wheel of wanting to take action and to act according to our intention. So inhale, raise that flame up. Inhale all the way up. Keep extending the spine. Point your coccyx in. Inhale and exhale. Let's go into the plank. So transitioning here with lots of careful. For other 4 breaths, again, you can pedal here your legs for 1. Keep breathing, maybe tippy toes and down for 3 more breaths. Keep breathing. Your rest here. I'm going to do some work. Very good. Inhale here and exhale with the left leg, left foot forward. Okay, so from the chair, you're going to grab your hips here and lower your hip here. Just put yourself and stand yourself in a way that the chair won't bother your knees. Very important to have a 90 degrees angle, you know that one. And let's start opening the chest, rotating from the palms, forearms to the shoulders, outwards and outwards. Inhale as you lower your hip. Feel that heat starting to burn. 2 more breaths, long deep breath in. Exhale, and the last. Next inhalation, rising that flame up, really sparking that intention and fooling ourselves with that fool that wants us to take action. Inhale here and exhale. Let's go into the plank pose. Just a little stop in here for a next inhalation and exhale. We're gonna go again into the rounding. Round your spine, bend your knees like into this cat pose, but we're using only the feet. And then opening the chest into this cobra pose. You can call it in a different way. Maybe let me know through an email what's the name of this pose. I switched to my instep, so you can go ahead and do that. Feel the stretch on the front part of your leg. And exhale, it's gonna go into the downward facing pose. Downward facing dog. So the feet, the soles completely down to the earth. And before you stretch your legs, rotate your coccyx up and up, so you feel that last vertebra of your spine is pulling completely the spine into a lengthening, into a soft extension, and soften the neck. Very good. Now we're going to place our knees down into the earth and have our elbows on the floor. Inhale here and exhale. Let's just walk the elbows to the right side. In case that you have a floor that is very slippery, you can put the chair against a wall, and that's going to help you also with this exercise. And let's go to the other side to give this nice massage to our obliques, to our organs, to our waist. Nice. This is a very nice flexion from one side, squeeze and stretch on the other side. Okay, we're going to do the same series, but we're going to add a little bit of another element. Okay, so again, stand with your chair. Let's go into the plank here. And before we step our right foot, we're going to have the knee tapping right arm and then tapping left arm for 5 more times. 2, right, exhale, left. 3, right, exhale, left. Exhale 4 as you squeeze. Inhale, exhale as you squeeze to the left side, and last round. Inhale. That's an exhalation. And exhale the other side. There you go. Inhale. Really take that right leg as far as possible, as up as possible. It can look like this. It can look like this. And now you're sliding your hands forward, just sliding through the seat of the chair, kind of feeling like a Superman flying with that intention, fooling the body. And the right leg, the pinky toe, really try to point it down so you feel that the hip's not opening. Later on, we're going to do the opening. But right now, the hip is pointing the floor. Inhale, pinky toe pointing the floor. And exhale, grab the chair so you can step again, right foot forward. Very good. Lunge, sliding the hip down. And inhale. We're going to take the left leg down. This is an intense version of the lunge. This is the super lower lunge, so you can leave those toes there, or you can put the insteps a little bit more challenging, and we're going to do the same. Opening, palms outwards, arms, shoulder, everything rotates to the outer side of your body. Inhale, as you lower your hip, extend your spine, start that flame, hands all the way up, long deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's go to the plank. So let's reverse every movement. Hands chair, toes in. Inhale, lounge. And let's go to the plank. Very good. as we arm it, we disarm it. So let's do the right side. Remember, left leg taps left arm, straight as you inhale, right exhale, and 4 more. Inhale, left, and 3 more. Inhale, switch. For 2 more, tapping left side. Inhale, right side. Yeah, it is uncomfortable. Maybe you're shaking, and that's super good news. Keep shaking, please. Allow the tremors to be in your body. Inhale, reaching with the leg down, backwards. I here have to step a little bit my leg, my support leg forward because I am touching here the wall. So slide the hands forward. Imagine and visualize that your spine becomes super long and grows. Left pinky toe pointing the floor as you inhale for 3 more breaths. Reaching forward with your arms. Pointing down with the left toe. 1 more breath. Inhale. A little bit up with the leg. Everything shakes, and that's very good news. Left foot steps in between the chair and slide into the lounge. But we're going to go to the lower lounge. Here you can place again the towel underneath that right knee. So option 1, have your toes. Option 2, insteps down and lower your hip. Becomes an extension from the knee frontal part to the torso, completely rotating the upper limbs for 3 more breaths, growing with the chest up, coccyx inwards all the time, forward. Have your organs in, back to place, and rise the flame of the intention up. Fuel yourself with that meaningful intention, and you really want to take action to deliver, to offer. And exhale, back to plank. Hands on the chair. Inhale, prepare yourself, lower lunge. Transition plank. Very good. We're going to stay here again for 3 breaths. So you give some movement to the plank, wherever you want to go. Maybe you want to swipe your heels to the sides. There's so many things we can do in the plank. You can do a little bit of the arm press. There you go. 1 more breath. You do it as an intense as you want this practice. Okay. From here, remember the cobra, you can just leave your toes or point. There you go. Inhale deeply. Just inhalation here. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Keep exhaling deeply and fully. All the air out. And here you want to have, again, coccyx pointing up and backwards. Pulls completely the spine to a lengthening. And afterwards, you can have your heels pressing more and more, and maybe knees. Straightening your legs. So you take all this beautiful straightening stretch to your body. From your palms, pressing down to through the spine, the legs. Okay, let's go down to the floor. So here again, you can have your hands, for example, down. My daughter just asked me, Mom, why are we sometimes in the 4 points position? And the answer is because we can move with a little bit more agility as some animals. So if sometimes we feel that we don't have balance, then go into all 4s. Become a cat, very agile. And also, we gain lots of stability. So you can use that if one day you need extra support in your body. Okay, now we're gonna straight your arms, tip of your fingers down, heel of your palm up. This is the tiger claw or the cup hand pose. Now we're gonna do the same but walking with straightened arms to the right side first, massaging all the organs that are on the right side, the liver, the pancreas, stomach, that kidney that floats more in the back. Let's go to the other side. Imagine we're doing that to all the organs that lay on the left side of your body. I don't have the names in English, but I'll look that in the dictionary. I'll leave it as a comment. Long, deep breath in, squeeze into your sides of your body, just visualizing toxins squeezing out. Come back to the center. Inhale, and we're doing one last round of that series that you already know, and it's so fun. Okay, plank over the chair. And we're doing today, it's a mix of the kind of warrior 3 here. So have your leg up. I'm gonna bend my knee here because I have the wall. And then we're going to tap. And again, up. You can go as up as possible. And left. And really have fun feeling that the leg flies as the chest sinks down. Tap. Maybe your shoulders want to go further forward. And tap. And we're going to do one more, but you're going to stay really, really up. You can bend the knee and lift, lift, lift. You can straighten the knee and lift, lift, lift. You can have a wall behind you like this and climb the wall with the foot. And tap. Okay. And from the last part, inhale deeply again. And exhale as you tap. Okay, from here, right foot down. And let's go into the lunge. Slide the left foot backwards. Here you want to press the hip again. Use your toes or your instep, however you feel. But in here, we're gonna try to hold our arms here, interlacing. You can just grab and bend your elbows. You can maybe grab opposite wrists, forearms or elbows. Or you can maybe interlace your fingers and straighten the arms, which is going to be the most intense one that I'm going to show here. Same thing, 4 breaths, showing your chest to the sky, really extending the spine. Coccyx in for 2 more breaths. Inhale, 1. Exhale, slowly sinking the hip down. Last inhale, 2. And grow the flame intention, feeling that we become a nice little flame that starts this chain of consequences. Very good. Hands on the chair. Do not rush it. There's no hurry. Come out slowly from this pose because it's an intense one. Go into the runner. And then back again into the plank. All right, let's do it all over again. Don't think it too much. Inhale, lift like a Superman. Feel that hands going forward, reaching. Exhale, tapping left side. We're going to do only 3. Inhale, up. Exhale, switching tap. Inhale, 2. Tap, maybe passing shoulders forward, feeling a little balance in the arms, and switch. Very strong chair we want to have. And last one, really grow tall, 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 tall. Nice. Have fun. Exhale, tap. And the very last one, inhale. Be back very strong after this practice. Nice. And then left foot down. What's next? Remember how we're building the postures? Slide, knee. No hurry. No rush. Release. Safely. Looking for the binding, the interlacing. You can use elbows, forearms, rest, fingers. And 4 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hip. Feeling peaceful in this intense circumstance. Exhale. For 2 more breaths. Inhale. Allow the tremor, the intensity to fulfill you. And you are steady with your breath. Long exhalation. One last round. I know it's tough. And exhale, hands all the way up. Intention. Feeling ourselves, fueling our action. Each tiny action full with intention. And no hurry. Grab your chair. Oh, that was an intense stretch. Plank, please. Inhale. Bend your knees. Round your spine. Chin to chest. Exhale and exhale and exhale. Cobra pose. Inhale. Opening the chest. Pressing shoulders down. Inhale more. Rotate eye rolls. Roll your eyes to your forehead. And exhale, downward facing. Facing downward. Exhaling fully, your fingertips kind of reaching forward, but actually your coccyx is drawing completely your body backwards and up, lengthening the spine, sucking, please, your belly in, protecting lower vertebra. Lift your toes up, energy is all the way, all around your body. Inhale here, bend your knees, hands down to the floor, and we're gonna grab the block or roll your towel, and you're going to sit. Place the block in between your heels. And again, we're gonna do 3 more cat-cow. So into the cat, rounding the spine. Into the cow, extension. Inhale. Again, rotate your hands, palms outwards, and 2 more. As you exhale, round. As you inhale, extend. Inhale, long, long, deep, deep. Last round, exhale completely. And extend as much as possible today. Forgive yourself if it's not like the other day, if you're more stiff. It's okay. Change is the only constant, so welcome to that change. Neutral spine. Feel the shoulders right above the hips. Feel the head right above your heart and everything over the hip structure. Your hands and arms resting, falling softly down. Recovering your breath, allowing the blood flow to catch up, to neutralize. Catch up with the breath and contemplate the movements, checking with your body. Very good. Is there any change from how you started the class? All right, so we're gonna do a very nice exercise. It can be a little bit challenging, but we have done this before. So if you've been with me for almost 3 years, you know what it's about. This seat is, it's not very long, but we'll do the best here. But this time we're going to have a little a little element that's going to intensify a little bit this posture. So you want to have the back of the chair by your side and you want to sit, or you just want to kneel by the chair as so. Okay, so we're gonna go into the squat first. Allow one part of your body, one leg of your body to go into the squat. So this posture is going to bring us maybe to some childhood, maybe when we were young, because this posture, kids in general, us, we used to do it when we were kids all the time, sitting and squatting this way. Kids are always squatting this way, are always playing this way. So we're doing only one leg, the other stays in a comfort position. And just move your body back and forth. Maybe you want to go into kind of round circles, maybe just up and down. There you go. And we're going to switch. Up, bend that knee. And let's switch to the other side. Kind of squat it. And moreover, you want to go back and forth. So you want to have your torso forward, really press that foot down. Circle, this is a hip opener as well. So as we grow up, as we grow older, we just stop being in contact with the floor. We don't play in the floor anymore. We don't go down. Our egos start growing with our posture, and we just don't go down much sometimes. That's why it's very important to do exercise that takes you back to the floor, because we kind of also work this humbleness that ego needs all the time. So we understand that ourselves are not the center of circumstances. Life just happens and we're just there. People is not usually deliberating or consciously making a plan during the whole life in order to hurt us. Doesn't happen that way usually. Okay, so let's squat ourselves with both feet. So you can help yourself with that block, and maybe if you go down and if you feel fall, and it's all right. Come back and forward. Maybe your heels are not touching the ground, it's okay, but just around your spine. Maybe they are. If they are, just go backwards a little bit and then come back. It's like you're playing again as you were a kid, and when we're kids, our egos are not that huge. We just forgive easily, right? We come back again and play with that person. It's like, I'm not in the center. So the ground helps a lot for that. Hey, come back to the ground, right? We usually say, okay. So after that nice little grounding break, we're gonna look for the chair here. So our hips are close to the chair, and you want to grab the legs of your chair, and very, very slowly you want to put the shoulder blades here. So you can grab your chair here, and then, very important, to step both feet, both heels and ankles right above, right underneath, your knees. Nice. And here, you just want to have your hip pressing up, resting the heart as well. And first, you're gonna lift your head and maybe grab the floor again, walking the feet down, sitting back down again to the ground. Some chairs are more comfortable than others. Mine has the seat pretty short. Okay, let's do one last round, and we're gonna start maybe looking for elements of maybe challenge elements. So the first element is you're gonna have the towel or the block close by. Again, grab the chair, the legs of the chair. Look for shoulder blades to sit on the chair. Maybe you want to grab the back of the chair and have that towel ready. Remember, walking your heels right below your knees. And that's going to give you so much stability, so much safety. It's like, hey, you can actually put something here because I am a table now, and you're going to grab your towel or your block, and you're going to press it underneath. I mean, in between your thighs, and just press it, and that's going to give you more stability. You can hold also your head here, feeling that you're kind of floating. Everything's lighter. Long deep breath in. Keep pressing the block, the towel rolled up, lifting the hip, feeling the tremors maybe from the lower back down. Legs still maybe shaking, and that is what we're looking for. Do not run away from that sensation of your muscles becoming stronger. So don't run away from muscles wanting to get stronger, because it's the way you take care of your whole skeleton and your organs and then everything. Long deep breathing. Maybe some of you are ready to start taking the head a little bit, like walking the torso forward, and we want to dangle the head down. So we add the extension to the neck. Keep pressing the block in between your thighs and lifting the hip, resting shoulder blades on the chair. Feeling that the respiratory tract, it's kind of opening, because it is. So inhale, take advantage of these big inhalations you can give and nurture your body and nourish your lungs. You can have your hands over the chest. I am interlacing my finger over my ribs. That gives me stability. So explore also what's good for you and safe for you. Very good. So one last breath. This is it. We're going to be here for this last seconds. And to unravel this pose, we're going to start lifting the head. You can help your head with your hands. This is the first thing we're going to take off this pose. And then the block here, second, or the towel. And after that, we're ready to walk. So you can, if you have your block, you can assist yourself. If not, you can use the floor here and help yourself into the squat. So maybe you want to go into the squat again. Our hips, perhaps heels, are lifted, maybe not, whatever, it's okay, doesn't matter. But just to squat like this is really, really important for the lower back to have nice space for the spine, for the spinal cord to exist. And man, that is something important to have healthy. Okay, inhale here and exhale. We're gonna go into a relaxation pose. So gracefully and with patience, have yourself out of the pose. Remember, seriously, the more you play on the floor, the more agile you're gonna get. The human skeleton is one of its kind, and all the weight that we put only on one feet down, it's too much. Usually, animals have four legs or wider feet, like dogs, for example. So that's why we have our spine just not healthy. Usually 80% of the whole world population has problems in the back. So that's why it's so important to take care of your back. If your back is not healthy, you're just not gonna feel fine. You're not gonna be sharing life, right? So just have your chair so and place your calves, your legs, and we're allowing this blood flow to come all the way to the torso, to your heart. And your heart, it's going to be full with blood. And here we're going to wrap up. Check in with your breath. Check in. Again, do not stop on exploring and chewing like a mouse, like a rabbit chewing on thoughts. Feel your ribs expanding with the inhalation. Go maybe to your feet. Go maybe to those parts that feel long time with the temperature of your body, with your heart beating. Really hope it's and have come back to your intention. This part that you like to do, or want you to the ones around you. And on, just feel how it expands from the seat, the liver to all at once. Mm, holding your hands. Thank you. And have a very beautiful day.
Life is a winding road.